Welcome to another episode with On the Floor with Dr. Terra DeFoe. And today, my special guest is State Representative Karen Whitsett of District 9. Thank you for coming to the show.
Oh, I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, for those who may not know and may be seeing for the first time, District 9, what are the boundaries for District 9?
Well, I'll just give you the just about because it gets a little difficult when you try to tell all the lefts and rights of the streets. So it's Wyoming, a little bit all the way down to almost Telegraph, and it goes down to Ford Road and up a little bit above 96 Freeway.
Wow, so you have a nice stretch of roadway.
Because it's not just Detroit, it's 3 precincts in Dearborn as well.
Okay.
So I have that area in partnership with Representative Abdallah Hamoud.
Okay, great. Well, the good thing, being a newly elected state representative, you get to kind of see, all the behind the scene things. And when you were just a citizen, a concerned citizen in the city of Detroit, you saw it from one angle. And so now you are there, you're sworn in, you have your office, you have your name on the door.
Yes.
And what does it look like?
It is definitely different from being a candidate, and it's definitely a lot different from being an activist in the community. There are steps and measures to getting things done, and it does not always go already, I see, as fast as you would like it to go. But I will honestly say that I think that we're going to be able to do a lot of great things, not just for Detroit, but for the entire state of Michigan. I'm proud to be in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and to be able to represent my community. And, and I always tell them, this is your office. It's not my office. You have the phone number. When you decide you want to come by, it's your office. And I feel so great and honored and humbled that people have decided that I was the person they wanted to have as their voice in Lansing.
All right. One of the things during your campaign, you was a big advocate for affordable auto insurance.
Yes.
Why did you take on that fight?
Oh boy, I don't even know where to begin with this. It's just like I've seen auto insurance change so much in our community over the years, but now just to have 2 vehicles in our home, one of which is paid for and is extremely old in a 2007, we pay almost $7,000.
Wow.
Every 6 months.
Wow.
So I can't even imagine being a teenager and not having your rights of passage, because right now that's what's happening. And auto insurance is a bigger piece than just saying auto insurance and we want to get it cheaper. It's way bigger than that. It's the fact, just like I said, rite of passage. We wonder why we have 23-year-olds sitting 25 and so forth, sitting up playing video games. They don't have driver's ed in the schools any longer. Driver's ed is not free any longer. Yes. And a parent cannot afford to put their child on insurance.
Yes, and another thing to that is our senior citizens.
Exactly.
Our senior citizens are, between the senior tax, retirement, taxing their retirements, and then now with being punished with paying auto insurance.
And it's a punishment.
At the rates that they are is not fair to the senior citizens who worked hard. And at the end, they said, you look forward to retirement.
Exactly.
But our seniors are not having to do that, mainly when it comes down to affordable auto insurance.
No, and it's really crippling a lot of people. It really is. And a lot of times they have their car just parked in the backyard. It never goes out. They don't even try to take it out for special occasions or anything, even to try to go to church, because they just simply can't afford it. And if someone is trying to do that and trying to pay their car insurance, their car is paid for, they're now taking away from their medications or their groceries. So they're taking one need to try to fulfill another one because they need to go to the doctor and so forth. So these are things that are just very apparent in the community. And, like I said, it's bigger than just saying just auto insurance.
Just auto insurance. Recently, you wanted to introduce some bills. But before you get there, like you said, there's measures before you take that step.
Yes, it is.
But you were assigned to your committees.
Yes.
So which committees were you assigned to?
Well, let me say this first. I am so thrilled that maybe this is a glimpse into the future of that we'll be able to work and be a great bipartisan group. and get some things done. Because this is probably the first time in history people have actually gotten their committees this early.
Yes.
So I'm just saying that's a good sign. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying to myself. The committees that's actually got, and I'm very proud of them, is the tax reform. That's major for me because that's going to make a lot of difference within our communities, and we can make some serious, valuable changes there. And I also took on the financial services.
All right.
And those two go hand in hand.
Yes.
So that's a lot dealing with our banking and so forth.
And when it comes down to banking, you know, and being a rep out of the city of Detroit, we have 10 representatives out of city of Detroit,
Yes.
The Detroit delegation. And when you talk about banking, one of the biggest issues that happens in the city is, you know, the overdraft fees. You have $34 overdraft fees. You have these payday lending where they give you up to 25% interest rates. And so those type of things come through those committees where our state legislator, you being one, have the opportunity to challenge those issues. And as you know, seniors and college students, you know, they may went $12 over, you know, from gas or, you know, buying some food.
It can be $2. They don't care.
And but yet get hit with a $34 overdraft fee.
Right. So that chicken wing just cost you.
Instead of costing $7.
Right. It's now cost you $34 plus every time it keeps going through and they try to put it through again.
Exactly. But those are things that are going to, like you said, these are committees that you know they're going to make a difference in the community. And that's why you fought to make sure, not really fought, but you asked.
Yes.
And you have not because you asked not.
Exactly.
So.
I was like I said, I'm very honored because one of the biggest things that I talked about when I was out on the campaign is tax foreclosure prevention.
Yes.
My husband and I, we knocked 4,000 doors in 3 months for tax foreclosure prevention. So it's just imperative. And there's some other aspects to it that I feel are extremely important also, and that is the predatory lending on our seniors.
Yes.
With these reverse mortgages.
Yes.
So that's something that you would definitely be hearing from me about, and I will definitely be bringing it back to your show so that I can let the people know what's really going on with this, because it's not going to continue, not at least under my watch, not if I have anything to say about it, and I'm going to have a lot to say. And
I think a lot of people don't really understand what is the reverse mortgage issue. Me being a senior citizen liaison to the city of Detroit, the mayor's office, I hear the constant complaints.
Yes.
And then when seniors did do the reverse mortgages, the banks weren't looking for them to live longer. No, and a lot of seniors are living beyond the terms of the loan or the
life expectancy. Their life expectancy has exceeded what they had planned on.
And so now what happens? They're being forced out of their properties because they are exceeding past and now at this time where land in the city of Detroit is prime.
Exactly.
And it's becoming an issue. So always want to commend you and commend the work that you and your husband has always done.
Thank you.
Knocking doors and making sure that people understand what are their rights, where they can go to get help. And that's something that was very important. And then your last committee, drum roll.
The serious excitement. They made a special committee for auto insurance reform.
Yes.
And I am on there.
Yes. Now, how many Detroiters made it to that?
One, and that's me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. I promised people.
Yes.
And it's not just I don't make empty promises. And if there's something I can't get done, I'm going to come back and explain why it went the way it went. I think it's imperative, like I said, because I am theirs. I am their voice. So it is imperative that I make sure that every single person throughout the state of Michigan understands the choices and the decisions we have to make, because it's still a tough time. We are not in the majority.
Right.
So it's going to be difficult.
And I think that's what people want. They want their representatives to communicate with them. They want to engage. Social media has done a lot to help people engage. I talk about, I remember when I worked in the legislature, we were printing out, MapQuest to get around in certain areas.
Yes.
But no one knew the work that we were doing unless you were from the area
Right.
and you were invited to the events. Now, everything is everywhere and people are able to see, what's happening and what's not happening. But people want to be engaged
Yes,
and
they
they
do.
want to know what they can do to help. A lot of people who come to the town hall meetings, they come to community meetings, they're not always coming to complain. They want to know, what can I do to help you?
Exactly.
While you're in Lansing fighting for me, what can I do on the ground? What can I do right here in the community to help you? And I wish we had more of those people because they make life so much easier. But it becomes that conversation of what we have to come together to be able to help move things and get things done. And so what are some of your goals that you would like, I won't say in your first term, but what are some of the things that you just want to get done in 2019?
I want to make sure that definitely we put a face with this tax foreclosure. We definitely I'm going to put a face with the reverse mortgage.
Yes.
We're about to have another catastrophe
Yes.
with that's going to come about, and it can possibly potentially destroy our communities.
Yes.
We will be back again looking at abandoned homes. So it's something that is at my utmost forefront that has to happen. I would really like people to let me know what their issues are, and so that I can help them help me help themselves. Because we do have apps. The city has a great app, the C-Click Fix app, but it's Improve Detroit.
Improve Detroit.
And that is a major app. So I am going to be adding that onto my walk cards because I will be out knocking doors starting in April.
All right.
So I will be adding that on there because it will make it'll be very useful to people to do what I was doing out there.
Yes.
And for me to be able to know, and for the mayor's office to know, what is actually really going on in your neighborhood by the things that you're reporting. And you can report anything from potholes, standing water,
street lights out,
anything,
loose dogs in the neighborhood,
everything.
And the great thing about the app, one, it's an easy app to download. The mayor looks at it every morning. He loves this app. He looks at the progress. He looks at the complaints. Don't be surprised if he pop up at your home.
Right, exactly, because he will.
If you see this man walking through your yard and you complained about a tree, he's out there looking. And again, people want their legislators and their elected officials engaged. They want them involved. And so the app was a way to keep, people engaged and involved.
And it will still, for me, it will still be a tool that I need. I use it myself, but I need other people to learn how to use it. So like I said, we're going to do like a little diagram step by step, and then we're actually going to be coming into the communities doing some training so people can actually learn how to download it, how to report, how to effectively report. And it's time for me to put these things in other people's hands. It's not just for me. It is. It's not just for me. It's not for just somebody who wants to have a block club or anything like that. This is for an individual person, because I honestly feel that no one should have to be part of a block club or an association to get what their tax dollars have earned them.
Yes. And that's one of the things that I love about legislators and elected officials that get out and do the work. They get out, you worked hard the summer, you went door to door, but people didn't know the work that you were already doing on the foreclosure side.
Yes.
And so now you're in the seat and you have your committees that you wanted.
Yes, I do.
And now we'll get to be able to start seeing hey, community, this is what's happening. And then at the same time, community, what is it that you want me to advocate for?
Exactly.
Because the seat is also there for you to advocate.
Exactly.
On their behalf. On their behalf. And then that affects the whole state of Michigan.
Yes, it does.
And so I just want to say thank you for stopping by the show today.
Oh, I'm glad to be
looking
here.
Forward to, of course, working with you, continuing to work with you.
Absolutely.
And making sure that, our seniors is taken care of. I know both of us, we share that common
It's a passion.
denominator. We
Yes.
have to take care of our seniors.
Yes.
And so I'm so looking forward to that. And I'm so looking forward to the affordable auto insurance piece as
Yes.
we work through this dinosaur of a problem.
Yes, pray for me.
Much
for me.
prayer.
Pray for me.
But it's going to be a good thing, and I'm so excited that we have a legislator in Lansing that understands the issues and is fighting for the citizens of Detroit.
Thank
I
you.
am your host, Dr. Terra DeFoe, and you have been listening to On the Floor with Dr. Terra DeFoe. Until next time, we'll see you again.